questions. We'll start off with a brief PowerPoint to sort of give you an overview of what we're doing. And if you're having any technical problems, let us know. Patty's on this call to help with technical problems. And she helped me to get online because I had some technical problems working from home today. So we're getting ready to start. One quick second. Dawn Griffin just sent me an email, said it wasn't letting her join us online. I don't know if you can help us with that. Thank you. That's awesome. Okay. Anyway, what we're talking about today is the on-site verification visits for the STARS standards. Is everybody hearing me really well? Just type me a message if you can hear me fine. And if you're not speaking, you might want to make sure that you turn off your microphone because I can hear some keyboards.
Please enter a conference ID followed by...
Thanks, Leslie. Okay, and somebody's got a microphone on that they might not want on at this moment.
If you're the leader, please press star now.
Okay, we're going to get started. So for these on-site verification visits, as you all know, over the summer, we invited all the providers across the state to respond to a very lengthy survey about all of the proposed standards that we have. And there's a lot of data that we're spending time going through because we really want to hear what providers said. Okay, Lynn's saying she can't hear. And I think Patty's taking care of that. I think other people can hear me, so I will continue. Okay, I'm so grateful that Patty's on this call. So as we're going through this data, one of the things that we're really interested in looking at is as they went through all of these categories of standards, the family involvement, the community engagement, the curriculum, the planning, etc., they went through the survey and they told us whether or not they thought they could meet those standards. And what we're going to be asking all of you to do is to follow up with one provider in your area to talk to them about the standards that they said that they could actually meet. And we want to pilot how it is that we can verify those standards. And so we'll be sending you out with a copy of their survey and a checklist to sit down with them and find out how it is that they would show that they're actually meeting this new standard. These 23 sites were selected based on the fact that, first of all, they finished the survey. A lot of people started the survey and didn't finish, but also that they opted to participate in future pilot activities. Also, we looked at people who, on average, claimed that they could meet about 70% of the standards. And the reason we did that is because we wanted to have enough standards that we could road test. I have contacted every one of the 23 sites that were initially selected based on that criteria, and they've been emailed. I've heard back from about a third of them, and I'm following up with a phone call to make sure that they are interested in participating in this. And those who finish the visit, they can qualify for up to $1,000 in material incentives in the Kaplan's material portal. So there's something in it for them as well. When you go to the visit, I will provide you with a copy of the provider survey and a checklist in Excel that will have all the standards that they said that they could meet. And I'm going to show you exactly what those look like. Every sheet is unique. You're going to have a printout of their actual individual answers as well as a printout of what it is that they said. Now I'm going to show you, I'm going to share on the secondary monitor, on my monitor here, hoping that you can see Okay, am I unmuted now? Can you hear me? Yay! I don't know what happened. My screen kept minimizing. Okay, coming back to this Excel spreadsheet. I'll start again because I don't know when I got muted. On this sheet, we have the response ID, the provider information, the contact information for the provider, which coach is assigned to this provider, and the percentage of standards that they said that they met. The first blank that you'll see on this is where I'm going to ask you to put in the total time that it took for your verification visit. As you go through, you can do this on your laptop or on a tablet, if that's easier for you, or you could print out sort of a cheat sheet and just to make hand notes and then type it in later. The standards are listed here. For example, for this first grouping, they're family involvement standards, and the first question was coordinating family involvements annually. And this provider said that they could meet it, and that the way that they would show you that they could meet it was with a document. And so what I'd like you to do when you go in to sit down is to write in here how it is that what kind of a document that they're going to show you. So perhaps they'll show you a copy of a flyer for their annual family picnic, and then you could put down what kind of a document it was, and then you can say, in your opinion, whether or not that was an acceptable means of verification. Perhaps they'll give you something that does not seem like it actually verifies the standard, in which case you could say no. If you have any additional comments or suggestions for ways that we should verify this standard or could verify this standard, those would go on into this next block. And then finally, if the provider had anything that they particularly wanted to share about that standard, I'd like you to put their comments into that block there. Basically, you would just save this Excel file and then send it back to me. Once I have confirmed with the provider that they're definitely open to working with you, I will send you a copy of their Excel sheet that you can fill in, and I'll also send you a copy of a printout of their reports, and so you can read through it like this if it's easier. This is from the original Qualtrics survey that they took, and this is the very same provider and how they responded to each question. There are more questions on this survey than you're going to verify, but I thought that it would be good for you to have this as well as a double check and as a way for you to understand exactly what it is that they were responding to. That is basically what it is that I would be asking you to do. I would love to find out if you have any questions at this point. And I don't know, Patty, you can maybe speak up. Is it better for us to type in questions, or is it better for people to put on their microphones?
So I've just unmuted the audience. And so,
okay, great.
For those who are on the phone, you just have to press *6 to enable your speaker. And I'm sorry about that. I try to cut down on all the background noise. But *6 will mute and unmute your phone. Or you can type in questions.
Yes. So either way, so if you have a question at this point, feel free to type it in or speak up. Looks like at least one person has a question, so we'll wait and see what she has to say. I don't exactly know how the incentive works, Patty. I don't know if you can help us to explain how the Kaplan accounts work, that they qualify for up to $1,000 in those improvements. I do know that that's the same prize that randomly selected people got for participating in the survey, but I'm not sure exactly how it's given to them. Do you know that, Patty?
I don't. Michelle, I don't know if you can provide more information. Sally Danberg is working with Kaplan.
So I'll definitely follow up on that, Leslie, so that I can let you know, because I just don't know the logistics of how that works out. Does anybody else have any questions? Oh, I see Michelle's maybe got an answer for Leslie. Perhaps, Michelle, you can unmute your microphone. I don't know if that would work. I know I accidentally muted myself earlier, so it happens. Well, perhaps we can, Michelle could email that out to the entire list. Would that be a good way to answer that question? Because I just sent another email with the invitation to the conference call, and if Michelle replied to all, that could answer that question about the Kaplan portal. Perfect. Thank you, Michelle. So as soon as this afternoon, about a third of you will receive an email from me with an Excel spreadsheet as well as with a report, because only about a third of the providers was I able to get in touch with following an email or two, and then I needed to have a phone call with them. But as the other ones are confirmed, I will send those emails to you. And you can just go ahead and we want to try to set these up as soon as possible, definitely within the next 2 weeks if it is all humanly possible, because we want to start collecting the information from them. Michelle, you mean that it's okay to say no in terms of, in terms of the standards. Yes. Yeah, thank you for bringing that up. The other thing to keep in mind, and I've really tried to hammer this home when I was talking with the providers on the phone, is to let them know we are not assessing your facility. What we're doing is we're looking at the standards. We're test driving the standards. And so we definitely want to encourage them to say, well, no, I don't think I can meet the standard. And that is completely fine. There's not a penalty for that. Vicki, as far as the time frame for the completion of these, we really would like to get them done in the next 2 weeks. So that would be, I don't know what that date is. I don't have my calendar up in front of me, but in the next 2 weeks, probably tomorrow's Friday, so 2 Fridays from then. Which is, I'm pulling up my calendar. If anybody pulls up the calendar before me, feel free to type it in. Does anybody have any other questions? So it would be great if we could get these by October 2nd. According to my calendar, that's 2 Fridays from now, jumping ahead to tomorrow. So if it's at all possible to do that, very much like to have that. And you can email those back to me. Certainly if you have any questions or any concerns, please let me know. As far as the participants, I was definitely going to send everybody the participants that they had. I don't think, as long as there's not any kind of issue with me sending everybody a list of participants, I can send that out to everybody. I don't think there should be a problem with that. Michelle, do you think there's a problem with every coach getting a list of the participants that are doing this? I don't know if there's any confidentiality issue. Right now, I do have a list of all the participants, but it's not finalized because if some of these people cannot or will not participate, I do have to come up with, I have to go down the list and find another participant. Okay, so Michelle's saying that probably everybody will just get their one provider. Honestly, logistically, that's easier for me just because I may not have the final list at the same time. I could only tell you about a third of them that for sure are going to participate. Any other questions? Okay, I am going to, and definitely pipe up if you have another question while I'm closing things up, but I am going to save this recording with all of the technical glitches that it is, and I'll be sending that a link to that out via the email so that those who were not able to call in can view the recording. And I'm hoping that by viewing the recording that should answer their questions, but I can follow up with any of those people individually as well. And for sure, feel free to email me with any questions at any time, and I'll be happy to either give you the answer or find somebody who knows the answer so that we can get this forward. Okay, not seeing any other questions. I will thank you very much, and I look forward to hearing back from you all.